What is going on, guys? My name is Joe Mills. Welcome back to my series of videos on how I show you how I turn around a plot in a very short space of time and turn it into a beautiful garden. Now, what I've got on the cards today is the makings of a fence, or one of two fences. So what I'm thinking is to fence off the front part of the plot, which is just here, and have a little gate in the center, and then walk down the path, which is going to be about 20 to 25 feet, having beds either side of me. And then what I'm thinking is to come to another gate where it can open out onto a bit of a large area. I've spoken about it in a previous video. Just an area I can have pots and things like that, and also somewhere to put my husky puppy when I don't want her digging in the beds that I've just built. Now, I know I talk about the puppy a lot because we get new subscribers every single day. Some people might be like, what puppy? If you haven't watched the series from the start, I do actually have a 6-month-old now, Siberian Husky, who loves to dig. So yeah, if I can, give her her own little slice of garden where she, can dig freely, that would be great. Someone even recommended in the comments of a previous video of mine to possibly put in like some kind of sand pit for her to dig. Now guys, I have a similar idea, that's a brilliant idea by the way, but sand gets absolutely everywhere, and winter travels down in my car, and ideally we don't want sand everywhere if we can help it. So I've got an idea in mind, but the priorities are to make sure that we can still grow, a fair amount of vegetables this year without the dog digging them all up. So yeah, I'm thinking a fence at the front, you walk about 20, 25 feet, and then you get another fence. At least that way we'll get stages, through the plot and through the garden, where it kind of makes it a little bit more interesting. Rather than having one straight path the whole way down, we'll have sections or stations of garden. So it's the way I like to do it, guys. So what am I going to be making my fence foundation with? Well, I've actually bought, I've got a bargain, guys, 5 of these posts that are about 5 foot long. There's nothing wrong with them in regards to the sort of rot. They've been stored in a garage, and I bought these off of a guy on site called Mike for £1 a post. Couldn't leave them there, guys. And this is basically going to be, the structure that's going to hold our fence. It's probably going to be made up of chicken wire and pallet wood. So yeah, I've got some tools with me, and the wind's picking up a bit now, guys. So I'll try my best to show you, every step that I take in putting this fence together. But it's not going to be too difficult. I try and keep things as basic as possible. So I'm not going to paint these, guys. They have indeed been treated, and even if I put a bit of creosote on the end that goes in the ground, it's not going to protect it forever. And yeah, I kind of like doing things like this, just using what you've already got rather than bringing in, sand and cement, or like I say, postcrete. We'll get these straight in the ground using a fence post driver that just forces these down, and then I'll set up a string line and I'll show you how we do it. Now, for driving these into the ground, I've got something a bit heavy duty, really, just for 5 foot posts, but it will work. This is a fence post driver. I am aware they've got multiple names. If you can think of another name for it, put it in the comments so that everyone knows what they are if they intend to use one. And all you do, quite simply, is you just slide this or slot it over the post. It's a very heavy bit of kit, and this isn't where I want the post, I'm just demonstrating it. And all you do is you raise it up and you let the weight of the tool drive the post into the ground, and you just hold a level up against the side of it to make sure that it's going in straight. That's all I'm going to do, because this is not where it's going. Right, now that you know what the plans are, we're going to get straight to work, and I will see you after this. So I'm going to drive this into the ground now, right next to the neighbour's fence, and then I'll do the same opposite, and then we'll run a string line along the two so we can find out where our middle posts are going to go. Beautiful. So my post is actually straight, it's the neighbouring post It's not. Just to let you know. By adding the string line, what that enables you to do is put in your additional posts up against the string, so then you know your level from one end of the fence all the way down to the other end. And it means you'll get a very straight line once these are actually in the ground. They're a bit skew width at the minute, but I'll level as I go. And yeah, that's how we do it, guys. Nice and simple. I've just got to drive them all into the ground now and try and get them the same height. Hiya. Hello mate, how you doing? Good. Oh yeah? Where are you? I think we're there, guys. You know, it's not perfect, but it's a plot and I'm quite happy with my efforts. So guys, now that I've got the posts in for the fence, it's now time to widen my path. Now all I'm going to do is just drag back the soil with my Chillington hoe and put it either side onto the beds to bring the level up, and that will give me a wider pathway. Not too wide that I'm, you know, taking up too much space of the plot, but wide enough for me to get down, you know, on my knees and do some weeding, you know, if it's required. So and of course it's going to leave enough room for a wheelbarrow and, you know, a tractor if I choose to get one in the near future. Guys, if you're planning to do a similar pathway with a fence, you know, somewhere on your plot and you're not sure how to measure it, all you need to do is measure the distance between these two posts, take that measurement and transfer it to where you'd like your path to end. And as for making sure you don't go diagonally, you just measure each side beyond the post and make sure that they are the same, and that way you'll have a very straight line all the way to the end. What I'm going to do is what I always do, and I'm just going to eyeball it, and then what I'll do is I'll just probably take something like the Chillington hoe handle and I'll just sort of place it down on the ground and use this as a bit of a measuring stick to make sure that I'm not going off track. So yeah, let's get to work. So guys, what I've noticed as I'm trying to rake this level is that the middle of the path is quite a bit higher. It kind of slopes up like that. And what I need to do is bring the level down and then keep working my way backwards. And it's quite hard, firm, you know, it's almost like clay the deeper I'm going. And this is it's a bit of a backbreaker because although it's heavy, it's not that heavy. So what I'm going to do is add some additional weight to it in the form of this I still don't know what it is. think it's a disc brake for a car maybe. And all I'm going to do is just put it this way up. Just slide this over the handle, which is going to give me quite a bit of weight, so then I can just simply walk backwards and let the tool do the work. I'll show you what I mean. Guys, I think that's going to work. I'm not for 1 minute recommending that you slide, you know, metal discs over your tools, but this channel is all about the easy way to have a beautiful garden, so I thought I'd just include it. So guys, what I'm going to do now is continue that levelling method using the rake until I get to where all of my stuff is that I brought down from London, and then hopefully I'm planning to get some weed membrane down before the rain comes. If you're laying down membrane that's potentially recycled or has been cut with a blunt blade, it tends to fray at the edges, and this is a handy tip to get all of the fray underneath. Right guys, it has just started raining, so I'm going to call it a day for today. The reason the rain is going to prevent me working is because I'm trying to find a level so that I can lay down membrane, and if what I'm raking off ends up on top of the membrane as opposed to underneath, we're basically going to be sowing seeds directly on top of the woven material. So I will be back again tomorrow to continue work, and hopefully it'll be a little bit drier. I mean, it was supposed to stay dry today, but the weather in the UK is so unpredictable. 1 minute it can be snowing, and then 30 seconds later it can be sunshine. So yeah, as always, if you're not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you'll be notified every time I upload. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Have a lovely day, and I will see you very soon.